Yo, King on Alive and Direct. I got that Converse Christmas gel, hold 102 minerals. The 92, the Converse Christmas with the bladder rack. All you got to do is hit me in my DM on Instagram at KINGEARNERS World, WORLD. Now listen to me. We get an example of everything that's going on, and I want to get ready to lay it all out and just close it all down because we're going to move on now. Or maybe not, I don't know. But we see that Alpo is an individual that you want to be like. We see that AZ is an individual you want to be like. We see that the things that Rich Porter done, involving himself in the streets. Youngins, this is not what you want to do. We understand the individual, the ones that are already caught up in the street, they got to go by the code. You have to follow the code, but the only way you get away from not following that code is if you go to jail or if something happen and you just change your life completely and you just don't do that negative thing no more. It's almost like repenting of sin, but it got nothing in the ways and the understanding of Islam and the law subhanahu wa ta'ala and God. You know, we don't want to ever make that understand, but the example in there is that you get what your hand called for, and that's in real life. You know, if you do wrong, you're going to get wrong. We see guys like Alpo. He had an agenda, and youngins, y'all got to look for the agenda. Always look for the agenda. What does this person want to be around you for? What do this person love you for? What do they honor you? Why do they honor you? And then you get an understanding of who you're working with. When you get an AZ Fazion, you're in a bad position, youngin. Because at AZ Fazion, he's the one with the bag. And what he's going to do is sit back and play mind games. Because a lot of times, dudes with the big bag, they miserable. They done everything with money as possible can be done. And it's nothing else they can do but try to persuade and cause different disagreements amongst people. And always look as if they're the individual that's helping out everybody just because they got it in. It's never because I got it in and we can just share. It's always a give situation. So them type of guys, he always have a price, and his price is nothing to do with money. It has to do with honor and loyalty. And he turned his back on who? Rich Porter and the streets when he told on them people that done that to him and his peoples or whatever the case may be. They always a part of the streets, and he told. Now, let's go to Rich Porter. Rich Porter solid as a rock. We understand if you were a young man in the streets and you were going in the direction of Rich Porter, you got to understand this right now. Let the last time you go ahead and grab be your last grab. You take that run and you turn that money into something positive. That way, you don't have to worry about a slimy friend. You don't have to worry about letting a person get comfortable so much that they're familiar with everything that you got going on. Familiarity creates a comfortability where people can see a little understanding that you may say is strong, but they may look at it as weak. And when people start seeing those type of things, oh, he loves his family, oh, he loves that woman, oh, he loves that car, they start beginning to get an understanding of who you are because you let them around. Even if it's just, hey, what's going on 20 minutes? That comfortability creates familiarity. Familiarity creates comfortability. I mean, it's going to take a rocket science. This is the rules and laws of honor. Now, if we're going to continue to go in an understanding of this, we're going to say Rich was the better man. You know why? We don't got him going against the code of anything that he said, this is what I'm a part of. But we got them two guys that are Rizat and that other Rizat, Alpo and AZ Falzion, they're going in that direction of dishonor, and that's who they are. They're in the land of dishonor. I love the fact that my community loves me worldwide. When I say my community, every ghetto, every hood, wherever I go to, I'm being loved. But I want y'all to be more supportive. I don't need y'all money. I don't need y'all money. Everybody like, yo, Ernie, your work so efficient, man. The kids, I can sit my children down. You should be getting paid for this. I am getting paid for it in a positive manner. But my reward to the youth is to just go in the right direction. When you go in that right direction, them Yeezys, the way you wear your clothes, all that, you can continue to do that. That doesn't, just because you sell drugs don't make you the only person to be the nice dressed guy. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. You can do everything in that fashion, and entertainment wise and fun, with your legal money. Bottom line. But the goal is you should be stacking and putting up for a rainy day, because there's going to be a rainy day. They're giving out too much money to everybody across the world. And that reason is maybe they're saying, let's see who's going to have it at the end. Everybody always talking about, is something going to happen? No. Maybe they want to see how much money they can give everybody, and then put you in a class where you're just at the bottom. That's all, because you couldn't hold on. That's what that be about. You couldn't hold on. You got to learn to hold on. I used to be a spendthrift individual that couldn't understand what hold on mean. But hold on in so many different aspects mean a lot. So I need for the youngins to hold on, man. Your mom on drugs, hold on, youngin. It's going to come a time where you're going to get some help, and you don't have to sell that drug no more. You don't have to steal. You don't have to do these things. I'm telling you, little sis, that creep, that mutt, he touched you and your mom acting like, oh, well, I don't know, blah, he ain't do that, and trying to protect it. Guess what? Something's going to happen to him in a negative manner that's going to cause for him and your mother to come to you and say, we're sorry. But guess what? In the meantime, you get yourself some help, and you go ahead and get some therapy for it, because guess what, young lady? You belong with a young man. And young man that had that happen to him as a child, molested, whatever the case may be, you also. There's a woman out there for you. There isn't a boy out there for you. There's a woman out there for you who's rooting for you and counting on you. But guess what? Don't let that be in your head that, oh, I'm fearful of touching a woman because of what happened to you when someone molested to you. And young lady, don't say, oh, you don't want to touch a man because of that. Your natural being is what you should be honoring, or what God intended for you to do and be. I'm King Gurner from the Honor Your Life campaign. The goal is to restore the honor amongst the people, and honestly, those who are around that may not have no honor. You know, maybe it can get in their veins somehow, and they can get some understanding that eating well is the best thing to do with your life. It'll put you in a position where you're happy and you're always smiling. I'm going to take another scoop of gel before I leave. King Gurner live and direct.